Hey guys, what's up? Today I'm cooking with Tammy. I'm going to show you how to make a wing recipe. Now, I don't know about you, but whenever I go to Buffalo Wild Wings, the first set of wings that I always order are those delicious, creamy, garlic Parmesan wings. When I tell you I perfected this recipe, what? So, with all of that being said, let's introduce these ingredients and get to cooking. First on up is our wings, and you better make sure those wings are nice and clean. Once you're done, you're going to pat it dry with a paper towel. For our seasonings, we are going to need, salt, ground black pepper, along with garlic powder, red chili flakes, dried basil, dried oregano, dried Italian seasoning, along with grated Parmesan cheese, a lemon, apple cider vinegar, garlic cloves, oil, mayo, celery, carrots, paprika, sour cream, and last but not least, our honey. So with all of that being said, let's get to cooking. First thing we're going to do, guys, is we're going to take these garlic cloves and we are going to add it to some aluminum foil. Hit it off with a small drizzle of oil. Doesn't matter if it's avocado or olive oil. Along with salt, ground black pepper. Once we're done, we're going to wrap that aluminum foil on up. Now that we're done, we're going to place it into our preheated 400-degree Fahrenheit oven, and we're going to allow the garlic to roast for about an hour because we want that nice rustic authentic flavor. When it comes to this little wrapping that we have going on, the best bet would be to either add it to a cast iron skillet or some type of pan for reinforcement. You don't want the oil to leak out of the aluminum foil and into the oven and cause problems. So definitely secure it by adding this aluminum foil packet onto a baking sheet at least. Now, this method right here that I'm showing you is for those of us who have a little bit more time on our hands on certain days, all right? Where you're going to place it into the oven, allow it to roast on up for about 1 hour. However, if you don't have the time, maybe it's because it's a special occasion, the game is on and you need these wings to be done like yesterday. Or you just want to be greedy like me and you're like, listen, I need these creamy garlic Parmesan wings to be done in a jiffy. All you have to do is place your skillet onto the stovetop, add a small drizzle of avocado or olive oil. Place those garlic bulbs into the skillet, all right? Now, you don't want to burn your garlic because garlic burns really easily, and that's going to throw off the taste of your wings. So you're going to make sure you place that flame on low, medium. Allow the garlic to brown and toast on up on every side. When you're done, you're going to grab a fork, place it into the garlic. If it goes all the way through, guess what? Your garlic is soft enough to remove from the pan. Place it into the bowl and mash it on up. And this method right here only took about 10 to 15 minutes. And it cuts the time down by at least 3 1/4, which is about 45 minutes. Moving right along, it's about that time. We are going to season up our chicken. So, of course, we're going to hit the chicken off with a small drizzle of oil. Hit it off with some salt. Now, when it comes to the salt, don't add too much. Just add a small amount. Freshly cracked ground black pepper. We're also going to add some garlic powder. Once we're done, we're going to get in there. We're going to mix it up really good. Make sure everything is well distributed throughout the chicken and check it on out. That is perfect. And by the way, did I forget to mention this is an air fryer recipe? However, if you don't have an air fryer or you don't feel like using your air fryer, feel free to deep fry these wings or place it into your oven. Bake them on up, fry them on up, and it's going to be delicious either way. Set your air fryer according to the manual. I'm just going to set mine for 390 degrees Fahrenheit. However, sometimes that varies. And when it comes to the timing, that can vary as well. I'm going to put 30 minutes on the timer. However, I'm going to check on the wings after 15 minutes. And if it's about that time, then I'm going to flip them on over. However, if it's not done in 15 minutes, I'm going to allow it to cook even longer and just keep adjusting the time accordingly. In the meanwhile, we need to add some oil to our air fryer. Get those wings on in there and do not cluster those wings together. Do not stick them together. Give it ample space because if you pack them together on top of each other, you're not going to get that crispy wing and your wings may not be cooked all the way through. So to avoid that, make sure you give all of the wings ample space. Even if you have to fry it on up in 2 or 3 batches, it's still better to do it correctly the first time around. Once you're done, you're going to add some oil to the wings as well. Close it one down and allow it to do what it do while we do what we do. Let's work on our veggies. So I am going to work on my celery. I'm going to remove the bottom part of the celery. Once I'm done, I'm going to use my sharp knife and just go straight down the middle, cut it in half. If you want to leave it like this, you can. If you want to thin it out just a bit, you can definitely do that as well. Repeat the same process throughout. I'm going to show you one more time exactly how to get it done. Get that celery stalk, remove the back end, split it down the middle. If the celery stalk is a little bit too long, you can always cut it in the middle. At this point, it's all about personal preference. Moving right along to working on our carrots. We're going to cut it in 3 because this is a really large carrot. Once I'm done, I'm going to slice it in half once again. Cut it down the middle once again. We're just going to keep repeating the same process, and before you know it, we're going to have julienne style carrots. In the meanwhile, let's check on our chicken. After about 23 minutes, this is what our chicken looks like. As you can see, we have the caramelization process starting to take place, looking absolutely beautiful. We're going to flip the wings on over and allow them to fry on the other side as well. Close it on down once you're done. Alright, so let's take our garlic out of the oven, and as you can see, woo, they look absolutely pretty. Not to mention the aromatics from the garlic is everything at this point. We're going to take a fork and we're going to use the back of the fork, mash the garlic in really, really good. If you have a potato masher, you can use that as well. But for now, we're going to use our fork, get in there really good. Make sure you break those garlic bulbs on down. And just like mashing potatoes, it breaks down really easily. And it's one thing to use garlic paste, but it's another to use fresh garlic. Oh, trust me when I tell you, the taste is so much more rich and rustic in flavor. Absolutely delicious. So we're just going to mash this garlic on out until we have like a paste-like substance. And this is it, guys. Absolutely perfect. We're going to go in and we're going to add our mayo to the garlic, along with our herbs and seasonings. We're going to add our oregano, along with our pepper flakes. Now here's the thing, if you have kids, scale back on the pepper flakes. Don't add too much, or don't add any. We're going to add our dry ranch along with our oregano and basil. Italian seasoning, ground black pepper, a small pinch of salt, apple cider vinegar, our grated Parmesan cheese, and a small drop of honey. Now here's the thing, if you don't have honey on hand, you can always use a little bit of agave nectar. If you don't have that either, you can use a little bit of sugar. We're also going to add a fresh spritz of lemon juice, and we're just going to mix it all together until it's perfectly combined. I tell you, when you taste these wings, guys, it's going to be like none other. What I love about this recipe is the fact that it's so easy to put together. This thing right here, this saucy sauce is so easy to put together. It's not complicated at all. And guess what? We're using fresh and basic ingredients. Now, to step this sauce up even more, we're going to use some sour cream because it contributes with such a creamy flavor. Oh my goodness. It definitely steps the game up. We're going to combine the cream with the sauce, mix it up really, really good. And we want to thin this sauce out a little bit more and add a little bit more acidity contrast. So we're going to hit it off with another spritz of lemon juice. So in total, we used about 1 whole lemon. Now check it out. Our B-dub sauce, right? As you can see, the color is a little darker. Mine's is a little bit more on the lighter side. So here's how we're going to change the color. We're going to add some paprika. Not smoked paprika is not necessary. Just use some regular paprika. Add a small dash. Mix it on up. And there you have it. Perfect. Perfect. All right? We have the perfect consistency, not to mention the perfect color. Spot on. Now here's the thing. When it comes to Buffalo Wild Wing sauce, it's a little bit on the spicy side. Great thing about making your own sauce is you can either add a little bit of chili flakes or omit it from the recipe, especially when you're feeding kids. And after about 40 minutes, these are our wings, all right? Absolutely gorgeous and cooked all the way through. We're going to take our perfectly fried wings and we're going to add it to the sauce one by one. Give it a good toss, mix it all up. Check it on out. Looks absolutely perfect. And we are going to plate these bad boys up, all right? So, of course, presentation for me is everything, and it should be for you as well. Let's get these bad boys onto a plate. I can't wait. Now, here's the thing. Not only should your food taste absolutely amazing, but it should be big on presentation as well. The two has to coincide. You have to have great tasting food along with great looking food as well. And check it on out, guys. I reserved some of that delicious creamy garlic Parmesan sauce in a small bowl along with some ranch dipping sauce for options. And we also have obviously our carrots and celery, and our creamy garlic Parmesan CopyCat Buffalo Wild Wings are done. When I tell you this recipe right here, man, I think is even better than B-dubs. But anyway, guys, as always, I'm your girl cooking with Tammy. Definitely give this recipe a try. Don't forget to hit that like and subscribe button. And I will definitely catch you guys in another video. Talk to you later. Bye, guys.